everybody, and welcome to Poetic Philosophy number 5, Thanksgiving 2020. In today's show, the 3 poems that I will be going through, they're poems I've written and recorded a long time ago. One was "Oh Christmas Tree." One I wrote, it's part of my book, my Christmas poetry book, which will be coming out reprinted very soon, called Behind the Stress. And I'm going to end it with a visit from St. Nicholas. And now first, "Oh Christmas Tree." Oh Christmas tree. O Christmas tree, O Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging. Thy leaves are so unchanging. Not only green when summer's here, but also when it's cold and drear. O Christmas tree, O Christmas tree, such pleasure do you bring me. For every year this Christmas tree brings to us such joy and glee. O Christmas tree, O Christmas tree, such pleasure do you bring me. O Christmas tree, O Christmas tree, you'll ever be unchanging. A symbol of goodwill and love, you'll ever be unchanging. Each shining light, each silver bell, no one alive spreads cheer so well. O Christmas tree, O Christmas tree, you'll ever be so unchanging. Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed that song in poetic form. Yes, that is something that you can do. As poets, we don't have a lot of us don't have good singing voice and stuff like that. But we can always read or perform in our own way the classic songs like "Oh Christmas Tree," "Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer," "Silver Bells," and a lot of those other classical Christmas songs. So I hope you enjoyed that, and just some things to think about. Some things to think about. Just like everybody else, as poets, we do have options. So now the next poem that I'll be playing for you. Again, I recorded these things quite a while ago, when I used to do podcasting more so, back around 2009. I had written a whole book of Christmas poems, special Christmas message. It's going to get remarketed. I'm actually going to have a printed copy instead of a digital copy. I'm working on that. It'll come out very shortly. But one of the poems in that is called "Behind the Stress," and a lot of those poems in that book, I actually focus on the little people of the time. Some of us call them elves. And they not only help Santa, but they do help us. So take a listen to "Behind the Stress" and look for the signs of elves through this Christmas season. Here's a Christmas poem of mine. It's called "Behind the Stress." The traffic builds up to hide the beautiful scene, to celebrate the moment of a truth that's genuine. Underneath it all are these little Christmas visitors, the wisdom and compassion that is so needed. Look behind the light that turns green and see what really happens. The Christmas visitors are there. The page that loads quickly are them as well. Who controls the golden lock? You don't need luck to guess. When you get all stressed at the gifts not get, look around the corners. If you do see them, ask, can you help me? Yes, everybody, I think those elves are going to be working overtime this year of 2020. This COVID year, this year that people can't wait to end. 2021, hopefully it'll be a good one. But I think the elves and Santa will want us to have a better Christmas season this year to kind of make up for the, crappy year that we had this year. So, the next poem, or the next song, is Visit from St. Nicholas. And we know this song, we know this as a song because people sing it and stuff like that. But when it first came out, way back when, it first came out as a poem. So yeah, poems and songs, they go together. So I mean, if you don't have a singing voice, like I said before, perform the song in your own way. And who knows? It may catch on. And if you have like one of those like cool little synthesizers, which I do plan on getting and playing around with my poetry a little bit more, you can actually play around with some of your stuff and have some fun with music and language. And after all, that's, stay creative in the magic of life. That's my life, staying creative, being creative. We all love to be creative. Even those of us who are in the business or the tech field, we love to be creative. So anyways, I shall end this with a visit from St. Nicholas. A Visit from St. Nicholas by Clement Clark Moore. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads, and Mamma in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes did appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment he must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his courses they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As the leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they mount with an obstacle mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was all dressed in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was a chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like a down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, as he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." Hey everybody, I hope you liked that poem. I hope you liked this whole poem. I hope you liked the show. I'll be doing more of these things throughout the Christmas season. I used to do them all the time when I was doing podcasting way back in the old days, 2004. I just want to, I just want to say something. It's been a difficult year, and I hope that each of you, I hope you don't spend it alone. I hope you spend it with family and friends, regardless of what's going on out there with COVID, because that's the most important thing. Find some way to share this season, to enjoy this season with family and friends. Because after all, in the end, that's all we have. Our family, friends, and our life experiences. So make it a good one. And also stay creative in the magic of life. Find creative solutions to your problems. Thank you for listening, and have a great day. Thank you.
Medicine, law, business, engineering, these are noble pursuits and necessary to sustain life. But poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for.